Hello, and welcome to another update on Ethereum. I just want to keep it short in this video. Larger time frame, maybe we can discuss this in another second video later today. But here in this video, I just want to share with you quickly the short-term chart. Has anything changed? And so far, we still are moving in a range. Yeah. So we look at the price section here in this corridor from the 13th of August high, and we're currently just moving sideways here in the range between the yellow line and the green line. Basically, $4,950 is where the all-time high is located, $4,850. That's the yellow line. There's all these previous swing highs, and it's also the previous all-time high. And so this remains a key level. Yeah, don't treat it as exactly the dollar level. It's more like a zone up there. And then obviously we are moving only sideways here at the moment in this range. It's corrective price action throughout. Yeah. So it really is just back-to-back price action. I mean, the support area here starts at $4,060. We've touched that now for the second time, this support area. But I've highlighted to you many times that we could even see this as let's say two ranges. So we've got our upper range here, in which the price has been moving for a month, okay? And then we've got Fibonacci support below, which kind of is like backup support area in case this level, this barrier here, doesn't support the price well enough. There is like this support zone below, which can be used. Yeah, I mean, the wave structure. So from an Elliott wave point of view, obviously we're looking at price structures, markets, market sentiment. And from an Elliott wave point of view, the sentiment doesn't change and the structure therefore doesn't change until we break below $3,374. That's also where a wave 4 bottomed in August of one lesser wave degree. Yeah. So we have these levels below as additional support levels. Plus there's a trend line I showed you on the larger time frame yesterday and the moving average as well as additional support. For now, the pressure appears down, especially from the all-time high, right? The market has come down and we are below resistance. I shared that earlier today in the member update already. Our resistance area is between $4,228 and $4,281. So that's our nearest resistance area, guys. And as long as we stay below that, not even in this range, there's at least any sign that a low is in. But we have to remember that 4,060 can act as strong support level. So a bounce from here wouldn't be unusual, but it would likely not mark a substantial low. Best I can tell, based on the data right now, if we get a bounce, break above resistance, it might just mean that this entire range is extending. Maybe we're talking about a larger triangle. Maybe we're talking about a more complex WXY structure, whatever. There are different ways how this could unfold. But it would likely not mean that we have formed a meaningful low. The fastest way to a meaningful low, best I can tell, is if we really follow this roadmap to the downside. And that's the ideal structure, because then we have a full WXY and then an ABC structure. Yeah. Someone asked me yesterday on Discord, on our Discord server, why is the Y wave, why is the Y wave not a WXY itself? And I was like, it could be, But what's actually the difference? The difference is that, first of all, an ABC structure is the common pattern. That's the most common one. So it makes sense in the Y wave to assume that. And that means the C wave is a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could get another low at least, yeah? Or 2, rather. If the Y wave is a WXY, which is more speculative because it's not that common, it's more complex, then this is wave W, X, and the Y wave would be an ABC itself. A, B, C. So that means the Y wave in the Y wave is an ABC. And if that is too confusing for you, I understand that, which is why this is not the most common pattern anyway. But it could be. It just depends on, right, that's why I'm tracking resistance. Once we get a break above resistance, we know it's not the C wave. There's no other way of knowing it. We can just go with what is the most probable pathway. And, occasionally markets don't follow the most probable pathway. That's why it's called probabilities, not certainties. But yeah, we have resistance, we have the range defined, we have the next support levels. There isn't really much more you can do with technical analysis. I view this still as a corrective pullback. Yeah. And so upside continuation is favored, but first we need to probably have a bit more patience for this correction to unfold. I shared all sorts of data with you yesterday, explained to you that October, November, typically more positive for Ethereum. September is usually a very, very weak month. So it's no surprise that we see price action like this at the moment. So yeah, that's the update on Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, make sure to join our X channel as well for more upsides. Upsides is good, yeah. Updates and insights and video updates. And sometimes you're informed here faster than on YouTube. So yeah, feel free to join us here. Join the conversation. I'll be there after this video as well to answer any questions. Just post them here. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.